Renato Moicano said he wanted to fight Nasrat Haqparast if he beat Quillan Salkill, but he got knocked out badly by Salkill. But Moicano says he still wants to fight him. He just wants easy fights and easy money. Darren Till says, how's Bo Nickel getting further up on the main card slots than the likes of Leon Edwards? Make it make sense. The guy hasn't earned his stripes yet. I think the UFC just likes Bo Nickel. He asked to be on the prelims, and they put him on the main card. Justin Gaethje's fought some hitters in his career. The hardest hitters he fought, according to him, was number 1, Max Holloway. He knocked him out really badly. Number 2, Michael Johnson. They had a war in Gaethje's first fight in the UFC. And number 3 is James Vick, which is a little surprising because he got knocked out by Gaethje. But before that, Gaethje says he hit him with a good liver shot. Jake Hadley says, you will always be my son to Mitch Raposo. He says, I fought you on 10 days notice with a concussion. Never mind the fact you DM me once a week like a little fanboy. Shut the F up. Nobody worried about you. Hadley's no longer in the UFC. Mitch Raposo picked up his first UFC victory over the weekend, winning a decision over Azat Maxim. Jim Miller says he would like to get 50 UFC fights and 30 UFC wins. He has 46 fights, so he's 4 off the mark for 50, and he has 27 UFC wins, so 3 off the mark from 30. He's coming off a loss to Chase Hooper. Prior to that, he had a win over Damon Jackson. Some people like Ariel Helwani want the UFC to adopt an automatic penalty system like the NBA, where every foul, eye poke, cage grab, low blow, etc., results in immediate point deduction. They argue it'd make rules consistent, force fighters to clean up their techniques. Critics, on the other hand, say that would unfairly punish accidental fouls and could drastically change fight outcomes.
This notion of intentional versus unintentional is the stupidest shit in sports. Period. Period. You don't hear it anywhere else. Let me ask you guys a question. Yesterday, I'm watching the New York Knicks against the Miami Heat. Crucial juncture of the game. Knicks are down like 8 or so. They have the ball. Josh Hart gets called for an offensive foul. Illegal screen. Do the referees converge and say, like, did he mean to do that or did he not mean to do that? No. A foul is a foul. Ball goes the other way. Let me ask you a question. Super Bowl, a couple years ago. All-time great game. Eagles, Chiefs, pass interference, end of the game. Do the refs converge and say, did he mean to do it? Did he mean to bump him or not? No, foul is a foul. Foul is a foul, which means a foul is a DQ. That should have been a DQ victory for Tom Aspinall. That should have been a DQ loss for Cyril Gane. And let me be very, very clear right here and now. I don't think Cyril did that on purpose. Why would he have done that on purpose? Why would he have tried to foul his opponent? But it doesn't matter. An illegal maneuver is an illegal maneuver. An illegal foul is an illegal foul, whether you meant to do it or not. Cornerback doesn't always mean to bump his opponent, the guy he's guarding, the wide receiver, but he did. Offensive tackle doesn't mean to grab the face mask, but he did. Josh Hart didn't mean to set an illegal screen, but he did, and they all get penalized for it. Why shouldn't they get penalized in this sport? Why isn't that a DQ? You know why it's not a DQ? It's not a DQ because the referee determined it was unintentional. And so because it is unintentional, then it's a no contest.
Aljamain Sterling questions if Tom Aspinall was trying to find a way out of his fight with Cyril Gane. He thinks the fact that he said he couldn't see so quickly after being poked indicates he was potentially trying to get out of a hard fight. This is something that other people brought up as well, but people will counter that argument by saying Aljo was faced with a similar criticism when he fought Piotr Yan, and people said he was acting to get out of that fight after being hit with an illegal knee, and he ended up winning by disqualification.
Questions, man. I have so many questions. He got double zoinked. I get it. But the one that got zoinked the worst, like where it looked like the nail, the middle finger went in a little bit further. He wasn't even complaining about that eye. He was complaining about the other one, which would look to me on camera, the right eyeball. Mind you, the reason why I think this does not look good, and I'm going to just say it straight, Tommy Aspinall was losing that fight. Right away, the guy is saying, I can't see. That is the one thing I have to say. Tommy really, really fucked up. You can't say I can't see. We know those are the nail in the coffin to any fight. You can't say that. So if you actually want your 5 minutes to try to recover, to see if you can stay in the fight, you can't use those words. Just say, okay, let me take my time to see if things get better. If guys want to compete, that's what they say. I got illegally kneed, blasted in the head, and I got destroyed on social media for a year and a half. I'm sitting there on the ground and I go, just, give me my time and I'll see if I can recover. And now you have this where it's just like, I straight up can't see. I do feel that watching the fight, there is something to be said that the fight looked like it was starting to get tough. And for those things, it makes me question it. Do I question Tommy and his integrity? No, but I think it makes me question, like, did that hurt as much as you said it did? It makes me wonder.
Aljo taking some heat for those comments. The irony coming from Aljo, we still haven't forgotten about your Oscar performance against Piotr Jan. This is really disappointing, especially after Aljo's history. Your take was spot on, though, Aljo. As soon as he said, "I can't see," and called it before the full 5 minutes, it became reasonable to question if he was trying to stay in.
I am ready for you. Anytime, any place. I will send you my location. Don't worry, Baba.
Brother, after football match, anything can happen. If my team don't do well against your team, be ready, fight. Be ready.
I'll be ready. Don't worry. I'll be ready because that's the likely scenario. Your team will not do well against my team.
Brother, I hope you're gonna bring some players who knows not only football, who knows at least they have technical defense. At least they have technical defense.
Mackenzie Dern says she was bothered by Dean Thomas's comments about her fight with Virna Janchidova before the fight. He said, "Has there ever been a more insignificant title fight in recent memory? No one seems to even care or have batted an eye at this fight." He's not necessarily wrong, and the fight itself didn't really deliver in terms of being really an exciting fight. It was just a whatever fight, no memorable moments, no knockdowns, no threat of a finish. It was just kind of a forgettable fight.
I don't know. It's like John Jones gave up his belt, and Tom Aspinall became the champion. It's like, what do we in the division have to do with, like people can't retire, or people can, want to just go up a weight class and change the thing. So it's like, if there's a vacated belt, who else were they thinking? Who else would fight for the belt? So I don't understand what would be so insignificant about fighting a champion when, Whaley, if she wanted to, she's accomplished everything. She's accomplished everything. She didn't even need to go up to the weight. If she wanted to just retire, she could just retire it. And then what are they going to do? They're going to keep the division open?
Right.
They got to have a champion. So I don't understand. How is any champion fight like insignificant? You know what I mean? So it's just kind of crazy for me to hear. And unless he's talking about stylistically wise, but it's like, Virna was on a 5-fight win streak, like some mating and taking down these girls. She's like a strawweight mini Khabib kind of girl, you know what I mean? And then it's like, I don't know who else he wanted to fight with. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand as a commentator, and I think he's even helps with training and coaches and stuff. I thought it was kind of a little bit. I didn't understand it.
New heavyweight rankings: Usyk, Fury, Wardley, Caballo, Parker, and Dubois. Dustin Poirier's new teeth got him high.
A lot of people ask me, what's up with Aspinall? What's up with the eye poke? I don't know. Only he knows how bad it was. But I've been in a lot of fights where I've got eye pokes and I continue. And only he knows.
Ramiz Brahimaj would like to take on Michael Chiesa next. Brahimaj is coming off a victory over Austin Vanderford. Chad Mendes juiced the F up, taking on Michael Chandler at Real American Freestyle 3, a wrestling match at the Wintrust Arena on November 29th in Chicago. Some people going in on Anthony Smith for criticizing Tom Aspinall. I would have continued to fight in the fetal position like a real warrior. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you want to donate, you can via Super Thanks. Until next time, thanks for watching.